Hello everyone, this is Dave from Moonride, where we are channeling the man in the moon, and I just want to take a look at Beto O'Rourke and see how he's doing. Now, I understand how complicated this is. Sometimes I kind of think maybe I shouldn't tell the answer of what's going to happen. First of all, it's very well maybe that it is unknown, but also I don't want anybody to stop working and fighting for their cause just because I tell them it's all good, right? So please take all my readings with a grain of salt. I could be wrong, and don't let them stop you from being the person that you need to be right now. And also, don't feel too bad if you don't get the outcome that you want. This is all going to take time. I'm here to tell you, it will work out. We will be a better country after we go through this. Okay, so let's see about Beto O'Rourke. I, I, I am getting a really strong feeling for this person, and I mention it because I did another reading, and he just comes out so forcefully. At this point, I'm saying that I don't even know if he's going to win or lose. I think the fact of what he's doing is a win. The fact that he's gaining on Cruz in a place where you could never gain on a Republican is a big win. What he's articulating, I think, as I'm seeing in this image, he's just a really monumental, figure where he's, really talking about getting the Democrats back to the values that they should believe in. He's also not tepid. He's not some wimp who never really answers your questions and dodges everything and is afraid to use a mean word. Right? He just comes out like a big pillar, as I'm seeing as stronger, and he looks really good next to Ted Cruz. Let's see. Spirit, can you tell me anything else about this situation? Hmm. And this is the other thing about him that is very interesting. I see him actually typing on an old school typewriter, and it's sort of kind of like gives me the feeling of old school Democrats or Republicans for that matter. It's just gaining people in the old ways that you used to gain people by, going out at medium, going door to door, talking about issues that really matter instead of, silly issues like which pronoun to use, and I'm not dissing that particular argument about the pronouns. I just want to say that, conservatives have been very successful in distracting us from the main issues and making us fight over these details. I mean, honestly, why would you care what gender somebody wants to be called? Like, who would care about that? But that's become their obsession, and we've been obliged to respond. The other real important component of this is more that he's talked about big pictures issues that matter to the regular person, like healthcare and pre-existing conditions and those sorts of things. You notice the right wing has gone backward on the pre-existing conditions thing because they realize what Americans want. Hmm. Well, I do see a lot of women looking towards him, so I think that he will be stronger with women. That's probably no big surprise. Hmm. Hmm. And I see a young woman, so again, no big surprise. I think young voters might turn out well for this guy, and quite, really, really well. Now, um, let's take a look. Anything more? Honestly, just Ted Cruz just doesn't look good. He looks like a creepy old guy. He kind of looks like Dracula. And that's how he looks in this image. I think that even Republicans that are voting for him are really holding their nose. They're doing it for ideological reasons, not because he's a good candidate. They're just, this is who they got. So, Spirit, is there any advice that we could give to Beto O'Rourke? Yeah, keep doing what you are doing. He's being very, broad. He's like got an open-armed, field. A lot of people can enter into the field of Beto O'Rourke. You don't have to be one kind of person. He's kept it very broad and spoke to things that affect a large group of people, a large swath of people. I also noticed that he's coming from behind that podium, and he's speaking more to the people directly. These methods are really useful and really young, and I think that it might be that maybe he doesn't win this time around, but next time he's going to have a much better chance. That's kind of my hit on this. And I think Cruz is quite worried. If not in the short term, he's worried in the long term. As I look at his face, he doesn't look so good. He looks like he's really quite worried. And he can't get anything on Beto O'Rourke. They keep trying to find some stuff on him, like something bad that he did, but Rourke shows up with a kind of a halo over his head. I mean, he doesn't. I don't think that there's anything bad he did, and he's also just kind of a regular guy. So I think it's tough for the Republicans to attack a regular guy. They would have no problem attacking a woman, but it's a man, and he's just kind of everybody's regular dude, and you don't want to look like Kavanaugh's accusers, do you? So he's kind of stuck. There's not much material for him. So let's just go there. What are the chances, Spirit, that Beto O'Rourke will win this election? Well, what I'm getting right now is Beto on a stage playing a big piano. So I want to point out again that it might not be that he wins, but he's performing in such a way that people are noticing. And that is at least as important as the win, because it means he's going to win long term, and other people in other races are looking at this as a successful voice. I don't think that he is going to win this time around. As he's playing the piano, I do see the drapes closing and Cruz standing in front of the drapes closing. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Now, what's interesting about it is that Ted Cruz has taken out a flute. Okay, I can't think of any instrument that would be less likely for him to play. But he's playing the flute and he's trying to play this flute music, but the audience isn't liking it. So I really think that he's going to win, but just barely, and it's not going to be a good win. It's going to be one of those things that's like, okay, things will be changing soon. It's a kind of a bellwether of the fact that in the future he will have a much tougher time. I think that in a sense it might be good that Beto doesn't win. We've got Cruz, and Cruz is just going to look worse and worse and worse over the next 4 years until even his way of thinking has been rejected. I'm just getting that it's not quite time yet. The population balance hasn't yet become favorable to him. But he is showing me it's like it's a question of time, and even before the 4 years, I think Beto O'Rourke is going to have something to say. Yeah, he's showing me that he won't be going away. Mm. All right. So just to summarize, everyone, it might be that he doesn't win. That's not the most important thing. The important thing is his message that he is delivering. Anything you can do to, contribute to that message will be useful. If only as a demonstration, what he's saying is very, very important. We should not be totally attached to the outcome. It's possible that he could still win. Anything is possible, but I see it as fairly unlikely. But that's not the important thing. Remember, it is still a win, even if we get close, because in the next 4 years, the population of Texas will have greatly changed. And, nobody likes Ted Cruz. He's not going to gain any points over the next 4 years. He's just going to be the one holding the bag as all this stuff goes down. He's going to be the one that has to explain it to the constituents. All right. Thanks so much for watching.